Swagger is a preteen girl claiming street with every step, legs long enough to bring out the pedophile in any hetero man with eyes. She is the woman who cashes in on that pedophilia, drinking his lust with those gorgeous stems. She is my mother, rapping about that dude, hollering at her around every turn of the Glendale Galleria. Girl, she says, you young things don't know nothing about men. Her story's about my daddy and his Stetson and cowboy boots at the Beverly Hills Hotel while she worked the runway and Crest toothpaste photo shoots. She's my homegirl from Alabama telling her NFL boo, motherfucker, I don't need you, I just want you, right now. End of story. And when she finds a Kappa brother who is cute enough to take home, but not smart enough to call back. She is me on those days I run game on every fool whose tongue licks his lips at the sight of my ass. My quick temper as I remind my ex I only go to him when I need to taste his want. She is every unmarried woman who travels, shops, parties, raises children, waits on tables, runs a business, runs for office, and wins. She is you on the nights you get left and on the nights you leave. She's the laughter behind his back as he tells his homeboys, yeah, that bitch wants me. She's the red mark across his face when he turns around. She is the voice that is silenced by assholes who don't want to be outshined, the strength our mothers and grandmothers were scared to use, the momentum of the city whirling into night. My sister glides into the cafe, accepting every eye running over her long body. Poor fools, don't they know? Swagger is a woman. My sister's kind of an inspiration to me in a lot of ways because she's so confident. She's like the kind of woman I think that everyone wants to be, but doesn't mean she hasn't gone through her share of ups and downs. So this poem's actually dedicated to her. It's for my sister and all women who heal. It's called She Alone Learned to Love. She spends intimate nights alone, exploring her curves, mending what you broke. She earns her trust back, lets her fingers retrace those places you went and those you wouldn't for whatever reason. She forgets she is a body and finds herself in the moon, the stars, flying toward you on the blanket of night, sky cradling her descent, and out of the clouds emerges a city. She circles close enough to hear the traffic, glides into the harbor, lowering herself just enough to kiss the water. She forgets she is not just a body and slips into the tub, filling what's missing with warm tap water, jasmine bubble bath, and coconut skin conditioner. Submersed flesh grows tender, easily torn by the soft slip of a razor. She remembers there is blood below the surface. She crawls out and into terry cloth, treats tender skin with baby powder, coos herself into bed, pulls covers up to her chin, says, baby, good night, sweet dreams. And this is my one foray into form. I was taking a class with Laurel Ann Bogan. I'm sure we all know Laurel Ann here in LA. But this is my attempt at a pantoum. It's called Basketball Pantoum. Park lights sputter at dusk. Dad lights another cigarette. This is where I learned to play basketball, in the space between day and night. Dad lights another cigarette every evening since he kicked Mom out. The space between day and night fills with smoke and me dribbling my trusted ball. Every evening since he kicked Mom out, I spend hours at the park trying to forget her. Our smoke-filled house and me dribbling my trusted ball drive my sister and brother crazy. I spend hours at the park trying to forget Mom and the smell of burnt rice as she sobbed in a corner. I drive my sister and brother crazy by loving them too hard to replace the smell of burnt rice and Mom sobbing in a corner. I force everyone to leave by loving them too hard, replace their absence with a leather ball and wood floors. I force everyone to leave the gym so I can practice my jab step in shooting form. Love's absence is a leather ball on wood floors. This is how I make Dad proud, practicing my jab step in shooting form as park lights sputter into dusk. This is how I make Dad proud. This is how I learned to play basketball. And I'm half Filipina, half white, and so I wanted to do a fun poem about my multicultural identity. So this is called Change of Address. My Filipino-ness recently moved from Oñonta Drive in Eagle Rock to Avenue 54 in Highland Park. The current residence is closer to historic Filipino town, but the ice cream no longer tastes like fish. I miss cracking open a half-gallon of freezer burn in my Lola's house, even if Mom's new place is 2 blocks from Goldilocks Bakery. I'd rather bend spoon metal on tilapia-tainted cream than slide my fork into ube sponge cake. It's too easy, too simple. I want the complicated work of burnt frozen mint chocolate fish to remind me of my family's struggle. And the last one I'm going to end on is a poem that was published in the Right Girl anthology, because I do Right Girl here too. And this was actually inspired by my high school mentee. We were doing a writing workshop where we were writing a letter to someone saying something that we hadn't had a chance to say. So this is the poem that came out of that workshop. It's called What I Did Not Want. I did not want you like this. Tobacco tar, bitter 7-Eleven coffee breath, close enough to taste, reminding me of everything you burned. I did not want your hug then, seconds before you drove away with my baby brother, leaving nothing but a garage full of basketballs flat from the crisp fog. I did not want to say goodbye, to hear your apology, to feel your lips on my cheek. I did not want to cry, Dad, not like this. But like you always said, we don't always get what we want. And that's it. That's all I have.